Byzantium is Constantinople, but actually it's Istanbul. Don't worry about it. It went through names faster than Fremont Area Medical Center, or whatever it's called now. It's located on the edge of both Europe and Asia, right here, and is the only city to reside in both continents. Throughout history, its position was fought for by many different powers, hence its varied name throughout history, and laid on the inlet into the Black Sea, so the city was crucial in controlling trade in the area. On top of this, to the northeast of the city there was a large body of water, referred to as the Golden Horn. This way, armies with no ships would have to invade from the west, and the Byzantines would only have to guard one direction on ground. Ancient Byzantium existed way before it became the capital of the Byzantine Empire. It was originally an ancient colony founded in circa 657 BCE by Greek colonists from Megara. During the war between the Greeks and Persians, the people of this city initially supported your boy Darius by providing him with ships for some conquest, but then eventually said, nah. In response, he burned the city to the ground, and in 513 BCE, he made the area a part of his Achaemenid Empire. Sometime later, like in 478 BC, the Spartans recaptured the city from the Persians. Eventually, the Athenians made Byzantium a part of their Delian League, as the city had much to offer, such as providing copious amounts of grain shipments and big money. During the Peloponnesian War, however, Athens and Sparta began to fight over the city like tiny little babies. The following is a depiction of how the Athenians and Spartans fought over the city of Byzantium. "Well, I want my grain," said Athens, sniffling while holding their books about tactics and lame stuff, like geometry. "Yeah, well, I don't want you to have your grain," said Sparta, flexing their muscles and suplexing Athens. They then proceeded to snatch Byzantium from Athens, and Athens cried because they no longer had a good source of food. Athens called for their mom afterward, but to no avail. Sparta was on track to winning the Peloponnesian War. By 340 BCE, the Athenians had swung Spartan influence of the city for the third time. Shortly after, Philip II of Macedonia tried to lay siege to the city and capture it, but the Persian Empire kind of threatened to wage war if he took the area, so he kind of ran back home. And so, slightly afterwards, everybody's favorite golden boy, Alexander the Great, annexed the area of Byzantium on his way to conquer the Persians. In a couple more exchanges of power and a few more centuries, Rome gained the land. Eventually, when Rome was divided into two sections, the East and West, the emperor of the time, Constantine, set the capital of the eastern half of Rome to the site of Byzantium. In 337 AD, when Constantine died, the city was renamed Constantinople as tribute to the emperor. This area, as in the eastern half of the Roman Empire, would eventually become known as the Byzantine Empire, and last way longer than its western counterpart. Over its near 1,000-year existence as Constantinople, it was captured twice. First, by the Crusaders in the Fourth Crusade in the 13th century. The Fourth Crusade was plagued incessantly with financial and logistical problems, and so to alleviate these, the Crusader leaders, along with merchants of Venice and a false prince to the Byzantine throne, captured Constantinople. The Crusaders then plundered the city mercilessly and set up a Crusader government, which lasted for a whole whopping 60 years, when the true Byzantine rulers regained power. Then, finally, in AD 1453, the Ottomans captured the city, establishing full control of it and renaming it Istanbul. Though the city of Istanbul is no longer a Greek one, a person can still go there and experience Greek culture and influence as well as Muslim culture. Museums, Byzantine churches, mosques, and markets are all commonplace within the bustling city. The arts, such as singing, acting, and painting, are all on display as a proud part of the city. Istanbul, in its time as Constantinople and Byzantium, was the site of both a time of cultural growth and of a time of ambitious leaders and rulers.